Okay, welcome to this weather update. We're going to talk about the thunderstorms that occurred across the area today. The damage. Long Island was mostly spared as the storms weakened, but as you can see looking at this radar image of the line earlier in the day, you could see that it was quite intense before it actually got to Long Island. And even when it got here, we had a lot of wind, but not the storms themselves weren't that bad. The main thing that happened was we had a lot of wind ahead of the storm and these really interesting cloud formations, which actually I want to take a look at some of these photos of some of these cloud formations I took today, and we'll also have a video of the storm as well. So let's go ahead and look at those cloud formations, and then we'll talk about the damage and problems the storm has caused. Okay, so where I was in the Hicksville area, the storm started rolling in, I guess, after 5 o'clock. We had that shelf cloud. Some of the pictures I took, we had the shelf cloud. That's what it started off with. And then we had the mammatus clouds, which you see those, and the wind picks up. It's starting to feel like maybe a tornado is coming, But after the storm and after lots of rain, we had a really amazing sunset, just amazing colors with the sunset. It was absolutely spectacular. So that was, oh yeah, we also had a rainbow too, but you'll have to watch my other video to see all of that. Alright, we are going to look at a preliminary local storm report and look at some of the damage. So there's been a lot of trees down due to wind gusts with these storms, 63 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour, mostly in the Hudson Valley and northern New Jersey. These were the hardest hit areas from these storms, so a lot of trees down. It's gusts up to 67 miles an hour. The more thunderstorm wind damage, tree on a house, trees down, windshield damage due to cars, so very dangerous. These storms are very dangerous, and there was some rotation, and actually there were a couple of tornadoes. I don't know if they're going to be in this report, that were upstate as well. Hail, power lines down. You can read this all for yourself here, but there is a lot of damage. It's very unusual to see this kind of severe weather this early in the season. Usually we don't see it until, now in Midwest, this is their severe season. But for us, it usually doesn't start until later in the summer. But because of climate change, this is what we're dealing with here. So pretty incredible stuff. Fallen tree limb, tree down on power lines, wires down on Lafayette Avenue. Scaffolding collapse in the city. Thunderstorm wind damage, thunderstorm wind damage, thunderstorm wind damage, down trees all over the place, even in Kew Gardens Hills. Thunderstorm wind damage, multiple trees down, wires down on Roseville Road, tree down on cars. Some of these are in Suffolk County too. Wind gust Eaton's Neck, 59 miles an hour. No, it's actually the wind was at 71. Winds are at 71 feet. Thunderstorm wind damage, Bergen County, thunderstorm wind damage, power lines down, Meadow, thunderstorm wind damage. This damage list goes on and on and on. So there's been a tremendous amount of damage here from this storm. Really incredible. But there were a couple of tornadoes upstate as well. I guess they're not in this area's, this Weather Service's office zone. But you know what? I want to look at those too. Okay, we're actually going to look at a map here. All right, this will actually show us where where there may have been some tornadoes. Let's see. All right, so we're looking at, this is the map for, I don't think it only shows the upstate office. Let's see. I want to see if there are any I know there were some tornadoes. I saw on the news that they talked about some tornadoes, but I don't see them on here. We have hail. Go over here during the whole list. You can take a look and see. But I don't see any tornadoes actually listed here. Heavy rain, hail, but no tornadoes. But I thought there were some tornadoes upstate. I'm pretty sure that there were some tornadoes upstate. Now, amazingly, the Long Island Railroad did not have any significant problems due to the storms today, fortunately. Oh, we gotta go over here, and I'm sorry about that. But there was some signal trouble on the Ronkonkoma branch this afternoon, not related to the storms, probably just related to the heat, you know. As far as the storms go, it looks like, there was fire department activity near Hempstead that's delaying some trains on the Hempstead branch. That was delayed, and I think there was a train that wound up being canceled as a result of that. Some fire department activity, and then there was a train in Babylon, Pendu, Babylon, was delayed at Jamaica, 10 minutes late due to equipment trouble, and then signal trouble in Huntington as well, probably due to the storm. And then they did wind up canceling the 801 from Hempstead to Atlantic Terminal, so people had to wait an hour for the next train, or take Nice. A lot of them probably just went and took Nice, the N6. So I don't know what this fire department activity is near Hempstead. May be related to the storm. It may not be related to the storm. But you can see here we have delays on the Huntington branch, 32 minutes late, due to the signal trouble again near Huntington, which is always an issue. Heat, storms, the Huntington. When you ride the train to Huntington and ride the train through Huntington, you realize just how ancient it is over there, and it is ancient. All right. It's one of the most ancient parts of the system. It needs a complete rebuild. Anyway, Metro North got hit a lot harder from this. Service was actually suspended on the entire system for a little while due to trees down on all the branches, because they said currently suspended to ensure current safety, and that makes sense because there were multiple down trees due to the winds gusting from this storm. So it was currently suspended, and then it was restored, and there was actual overcrowding in Grand Central as well as a result of this, as you can imagine. Literally, all the trains got shut down, and then the Harlem service was restored. So they have a lot of down trees. Can't really fault them for that. A lot of down trees, a lot of delays. Due to the storm. Let's see how New Jersey Transit's doing. Alright, so New Jersey Transit also having problems. Train service in and out of Hoboken train terminal station, 30-minute delays. And then it was suspended due to weather-related conditions, probably due to down trees. Debris on the tracks, 60-minute delays. And then Claire Booton was suspended due to debris. This area got slammed by the storms. Here's a picture you can see. Fallen tree on the tracks, probably one of many. They'll work as fast as they can. They are cross-honoring, and they are providing substitute busing between Walnut Street and Denville Station. So they are providing. This is the difference with them versus the Long Island Railroad. They have substitute buses available for people. People are not being stranded. They have substitute buses in place. This is something that the Long Island Railroad should be doing, but they don't want to send the MTA buses out here. New Jersey Transit takes care of their rail customers. They have their own buses. MTA has their own buses, but MTA only cares about New York City. They don't want to send those buses out here, whereas New Jersey Transit cares about the whole state. All right, we are looking at power outages from the storm, and Long Island, not too bad, 3,000 outages. However, New Jersey, PSEG in New Jersey is a lot different story, and we have, if you can look at these numbers here, you can see them. Let me zoom this in a little bit. Should be able to see that now. All right, so we have, let me just zoom that in a little more. I'm sorry I'm not thinking straight, but it's very hot in here, and I'm trying to do my best. Alright, hopefully you can see that. We have in Bergen County 14,000, almost 15,000 people without power in Bergen County. In Essex County, 7,000. In Hudson County, about 1,500. In Passaic County, 3,000. And Union County, about 1,255. So Bergen really got hit very hard. In addition, in JCP&L territory as well, they got hit very hard as well. They got hit. Burlington, Essex, Huntington didn't get hit too hard. Morris County has about about 26,600 outages, and Sussex has about 23,500 outages, and Warren County has about 75,000 outages. So in total, they have about 60,949 outages in JCP&L territory, whereas PSEG has a total of 25,219 customers out. And then we go and we look at Con Edison. I'm surprised it's not worse. Only 6,794 outages in total, most of them in Westchester and the Hudson Valley, where the storms were pretty severe. So we're just going to finish it up looking at some current conditions across the area. This is the line now. It's moved very slowly. It's moved really started slowing down once it got toward Long Island, and it rained for a good 3 hours straight almost, which is really nuts, but it rained for a long time because the front's stalling out because it's hitting that ridge offshore. That's the anomalous ridge. That's what's making this really messed up. I want to look at the conditions, though, and just show you how disgustingly humid it is out there right now. All right, so Farmingdale's dew point is 65, so it's really, really humid. Feels even worse than that, to tell you the truth. In other areas, when I was out, I felt like the dew point was even higher than that. So still, dew point is 65. I want to see if we're getting any drier air up to the north, and I hope we are. Yes, 59 dew point in Orange County, so that's good. So it is going down, but right now it is extremely humid and disgusting outside. Not what I like at all, and it's very hard. That's why you hear the fans going in here. I actually have the windows closed because it's actually better to have the windows closed in here. It's so humid. I still don't have an air conditioner yet. It's not something I'm going to really get into here, but really shouldn't be without an air conditioner this weather, and it's really, I can't handle this weather at all, and it gets much worse than this. So I'm hoping they get an air conditioner in soon for me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you for help, and I don't want to have to do that. But I can't survive this. It's very hard on me. I literally feel sick from it. So I'm trying to put this together as best as I can for you. Hopefully it will get better in a couple of hours when this dry air moves in from the north ever so slowly. Anyway, if you are in air conditioning, don't take it for granted. And that's it for this update.